She is the head of property management at Fortune Property Management. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
So we're just here as part of my real estate story segment. We're gonna get straight into it. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how and why you got into real estate?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm born and raised in Romania. I came in the UK in 2015,
Okay.
and I kind of just fell into it. Really, I think probably most property professionals,
yeah.
most property professionals say that. I don't think we started with that thought since we were little kids. That, oh, I want to be an estate agent. I want to sell houses. So I kind of just fell into it, and I started with a small independent estate agency around my house, like a 5-minute walk. So that was the dream at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to do more, to learn more.
Mm-hmm.
So I started as a property administrator, and just worked my way up to now heading a property management company.
Wow. Okay. Nice. Yeah.
Thank
Tell me
you.
a little bit about what you do at Fortune Property Management.
Yeah, absolutely. So I oversee the day-to-day running of our business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also the first and main point of contact for our landlords, for our clients. Most of our clients are international landlords, so based overseas. We have a lot of international investors. So we manage property all over the UK. We have local teams in each city. We have local contractors in each city. So that's how we're able to to do that.
Okay. And how was that? How was running your business during the pandemic? I mean, because you have a lot of international landlords, I'm sure you guys are used to the digital element of it. But how did you guys have to adjust to the pandemic, and what tools did you use? How did that go for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So actually, funny you asked that. Fortune Property Management was established during the pandemic. So we started it.
Nice.
We started it June last year. And it's been going great. And that's to prove that anything is possible. So we're doing really good. In terms of adjusting, I'm sure every business has had to have their staff work from home. So that's something that we do. We're able to do the work really well. The staff is happy, the clients are happy, the business is growing. So that's going great.
Oh, nice. Okay. And so if I just understand correctly, a lot of your landlords are based internationally, but then does Fortem manage the letting out of the property as well, or is it just actually managing the property itself?
Yeah, absolutely. So we cover everything.
Nice.
Whether the property is vacant or occupied. If it's vacant, then we would put it locally on the market. We have, as I've mentioned before, we have local teams in each city. So they help us with the tenant find aspect of our portfolio. Once an offer is in place, then we take over. So we do everything in-house. References, tenancy paperwork, compliance, maintenance, inspections, everything is done in-house. So that's how we're able to do it. We have some amazing systems in place. We use a system called Takeoff. That's our rent reconciliation platform. I think a lot of agents are familiar with it. Maybe, hopefully. It does save time. It's incredibly transparent. Our landlords have access to it 24/7 for free. They can check their statements, all transactions, all the tenancy paperwork. So everything makes our lives easier, but also it provides a greater transparency and really good communication for our landlords and tenants.
Okay, nice. Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah. I think that there's a lot of tools out there, and to kind of make it easier to on the tenant side and as well as the landlord side. And that's really that's been clearer during COVID that a lot of these platforms have come out as more efficient as you would have expected, and they've all kind of grown. So that's been really, really cool to see.
Absolutely. I strongly believe technology is key. You have to embrace it as a business, as an individual. It does make your life so much easier.
Exactly.
If you're able to utilize it to its full potential, then it can only be beneficial.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
no, 100%, 100%. I've rented properties in London, and I've also bought.
Yeah.
I've just recently bought a property as well, and I'm
Oh,
working in the
congrats.
real estate industry too. So it's interesting because I've seen the change in how the market has reacted to the pandemic, just in terms
Yeah.
of utilizing how they've kind of streamlined a lot of processes, how the move towards digitization has been tenfold, and it's been amazing to see that the processes are coming in place, and things are getting fixed, and a lot of those things that people are like, ah, we'll fix it later, everything is, if it isn't broke, what's the point of fixing it? That's kind of okay, no, let's actually improve things and improve the experience. So that's been really interesting to see. So that's been really awesome. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And can you tell me one thing that, for you, possibly I guess maybe more focused in the property management space, what's one thing that has really changed over the past year and a half, and something that, you hope continues?
Yeah. Well, I guess the one thing that has changed for everyone is their perception of the fact that you have to be in an office to do your job.
Yeah.
You have to, if you can't supervise your staff, then how are you going to know they're going to do their job well? I think it's proven now that people are able to work from wherever they want to, as long as you have a strong team and you trust your people to do the job that you've employed them to do. Then so that's been incredibly beneficial. I think we have more flexibility now. You can work in an office, you can work from home. I'm able to to manage hundreds of properties from the comfort of my own home, and so are my colleagues. So it's possible. Landlords are happy, tenants are happy, contractors are paid on time. So that's something that I think, and I hope it will stay.
Hopefully,
I hope the old school employers will now see the benefits of allowing your people to work from home, and it's also good for your employees, for their their mental health, their well-being. It's more time with their families, with their friends. So it's I hope that stays.
Hopefully. Yeah, no, I agreed. I think it's been a very interesting mix. I mean, I've always worked in startups, so for me, working from home was never really something that was new. So it was something
lucky,
light. But definitely the flexibility that's come with it has changed drastically. Like at one point, our entire team, everyone was in their home country. So like I was working from Saudi Arabia, I had from Romania, we had people working from Poland, and we're all kind of just managing our thing, and we're still able to get everything done just as effectively as I mean, obviously being in the office has its own appeal, but it's great to see how technology has made it easier to really do whatever you need to do from wherever you want to do it. So that's been quite cool.
Absolutely agree. Yeah.
Okay. And what is so actually you have a lot of international investors that come in with the stamp duty incentive that was present. How did you notice that there was a change in the market in terms of how many investors were coming in, what kind of investors were coming in? Did that really change or not so much?
Well, for us, it's we've kind of, since we started, we've always had a healthy input of landlords coming through, and of course, I guess from the sales side, it has made it easier. The stamp duty, it has made it easier for people, first-time buyers, but also buy-to-let investors to purchase property within the UK. And as you can see, I don't know if you've seen the numbers, Rightmove, Zoopla, seem to be increasing records.
And they don't seem to be popping either right now, which is actually quite cool to see.
Absolutely. So rental sales, it's there's always going to be, put it this way, there's always going to be demand for property. So I'm sure it's fine, and even though it's been put into place again, it's still going to be beneficial for everyone, really, for tenants, because they're going to have more houses. For buy-to-let investors, for their own property portfolios, for ourselves as as property professionals. So absolutely.
Oh, nice. Okay. And then do you feel like the demand from international investors has been, so like you said, there's been a consistent pipeline. but that is in line with what was happening last year pre-COVID to 2019 as well. So that's around the same number. So there has been a healthy continued increase. There hasn't been a decline, right? I'm guessing.
Record numbers, definitely not a decline. Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Okay, that's really interesting. And that's good to hear as well. Especially when you live here, you kind of want to hear that it's a strong market and
everything is okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. It's it's been challenging times.
Of course. Yeah.
In so many ways, so many people have been affected.
Yeah.
But the housing market has will always stand, will always work. It's a good investment. It's safer than other types of investing. So I would because I'm more comfortable with property, I can only advise on property. But there are so many other ways out there.
Yeah. No, it's been quite it's been an interesting year and a half, to say the least. I mean, I think we were all very worried in the beginning as to what was going to happen in terms of just
absolutely
what was happening in the world as well, right? I mean, I don't think in our lifetimes we've ever seen something like that. So that was an adjustment, but it's been positive. It's been a difficult year and a half, but it's also been interesting. There's been some great things that have come out of it as well, some great practices, and just kind of come out a bit stronger as well. So it's kind of cool to see.
We have to.
Yeah, we're prepared for anything. If you can do this, you can do anything.
And it's always well, I guess it can always get worse. So I guess let's be grateful for what we have now. Appreciate. There is light at the end of the tunnel.
There is, finally, yes. This weekend I remember we went for brunch and then we went out and I'm like, it feels normal. I feel
back to normal.
So that's quite nice. I'm just
the new normal.
The new normal, yes. I'm just hoping it kind of stays like that as well. And kind of scary what's kind of the new numbers and the new cases. It is a bit terrifying, but I'm hopeful that we're out of the darkest part of it.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Okay, and what is one thing that you believe the industry needs to change? What's one thing that needs to change?
I really think the industry needs to be regulated, needs to be licensed. It's a really good thing that anyone can become an estate agent. Anyone can work in property. So, but at the same time, if you want to provide a good quality service and if you want to know what you're doing and what you're saying, you have to get the right knowledge. I've been very keen on bettering myself and studying and getting all the qualifications that I need in my area of work, because number one, it makes me feel more comfortable in what I'm saying, but also I'm able to provide a better service to my landlords and to my clients, my tenants. I really hope that, and I push my team to do the same, to be trained, to do their continuous professional development. So I don't know if you know this really alarming statistic that 75% of agents in the United Kingdom, they're not regulated, they're not licensed.
I have heard this. I've heard it's a very high. I didn't know it was exact 75%, but I knew it was
it's a big number. It's it's surprising. So I'm very proud and grateful to say that myself and my company are licensed, regulated on both sales and lettings, property management. So I just hope that with the introduction of ROPA, so the regulation of property agents, things will get better, and not just better for ourselves as property professionals, but for our clients, for our landlords, for our tenants. You have to provide the best service that you can, and the only way to do that is by knowing what you're doing, knowing the regulations, knowing the rules. And especially for ourselves, we deal with international investors, international landlords, so we are, they're hands on ground here. So we have to advise them properly. So I think that's a massive advantage, what we have here, the fact that we are licensed, we're regulated. So I can only hope that other professionals would do the same, and
I know.
That's
No,
those are
agree.
my
100%. I think it's going to be quite interesting.
yeah.
I think that, it's quite sad that the industry has
Mm.
such a bad reputation just because there are some really great agents out there. And
Oh,
there's,
100%.
yeah, and at the end of
Yeah.
the day, it's such a big purchase that, you do need someone to really be there for you. And, I've worked
Yeah.
with really great agents as well. So
Yeah.
they are there. It's just unfortunately the
Yeah.
reputation has not improved and
Yeah.
does.
I
I
think
would say
it's
not
a
but
yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, I think it's a number of reasons. Maybe people might not know about it.
Yeah.
Maybe businesses don't support their staff the way they should.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, do your research, see what you need
Yeah.
to gather that knowledge,
Mhm.
because knowledge is power,
Knowledge is power.
and
100%. Yeah.
that's how you can be the best in your industry. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you be the best?
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's interesting. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how the growth that has happened over the past year and a half, the way that, just the mindset has changed. I'm really excited to see how that kind of starts trickling on into the industry in the next coming months and next coming years. It'd be,
Absolutely.
yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And just kind of the final question to kind of wrap up.
Yeah.
Where do you believe the market is headed? So now that, again, things have opened up, stamp duty is kind of going back to its normal levels, things, travel sort of starting, but, where do you feel like the market is headed?
Absolutely. I want to be optimistic and positive about it. I think better days are coming. We can see it. It's especially for the property industry, but also in general. I think things are gonna get better. We just have to hang in there, and just do our best every single day. But the property market has always been strong.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I like that optimism. I'm kind of the same. I do believe that, especially within London as well, the market has historically been strong, and I believe that it will remain strong. If we got through the pandemic again, I think we can get through
Yeah. If we made it through that, we can make it through anything, really.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see, and again, I'm excited to see the growth that's happening within the industry with the digitization, the processes, and just kind of how the mindset, how it's changed. I'm excited to see how that's going forward, and it's good to see that kind of a lot of people are on the have the same kind of mindset. So it's quite cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, that kind of covers everything that I have to ask you today. So thank you so much for joining me. It was great speaking to you and learning more about Fortem. And yeah.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to be here.